Hey, what's up guys? This is John Spier with Warhammer. Hope you guys are having a great day. Today I'm going to be showing you how to change your oil, but more specifically how to change your oil on a 2012 Ram 1500. Alright, so let's just jump right into it with what parts are you going to need for this little project. So the first couple of little things you're going to need is a wrench with a 13 mil socket. You're gonna need some gloves so you don't get dirty. You're gonna need some 5W30 synthetic oil. My truck's got a little bit more miles on it. It's at 170, so you know, I get the high mileage stuff. Works pretty good. It's a little bit thicker. You're gonna need 5.5 quarts of oil. You're gonna need an oil pin, a rag, you know, just to clean up some stuff, and some keys. So jumping right into it, that's the tools that you'll need to complete this project. We're not going to be doing the oil filter on this particular one. I'll show you where it is in the video, but don't necessarily need to do it in this particular case. So inside the truck, at the bottom of the steering wheel, there's a little switch. I'm gonna open that up. That's for your hood. Close the door. Come over here. In the middle, there is another latch right there, as you can see it. Does that. We lift that sucker up. We're gonna go to the oil, which is gonna be on the right side when you're looking at it. It's gonna be this little guy. You're gonna want to open that up right away to release the pressure. And we're gonna stick it right there, because if you close it, it's just like a little helpful tip, it won't close. So it reminds you that if you forgot to put that on the final step. So we open that up to release the pressure. So now what we're going to do is go underneath the vehicle, and I'll show you what we got going on from there. Alright, so on the driver's side of the truck, you can crawl underneath there, or if you have to lift it up, I'm going to do it from one of the points, would be like on the frame, preferably.
Actually, not so bad in here.
Yeah, it's not so bad, right?
Yeah, not so bad.
So then our oil thing is going to be right next to this shaft. That's right there. So I'm going to try to set the camera up so we can see what's going on.
I'm gonna go taste the bite of my yogurt. We'll come right back to come under with you.
Okay. So there we go. It is gonna be this guy right here. Is gonna be your oil pin. So what you're gonna want to do is grab your oil catcher, place it about like so.
Here.
It's gonna squirt out to about right here. So, and then once it's done, since you open up the cap, it's gonna come a lot faster. So it's gonna come out to about here.
Dad, why is
and
that?
Then go down.
Dad, why is that under the truck?
Because
why? Because someone won't touch it that soft.
we're gonna grab our 13 mil wrench, socket wrench, 13 mil, and we're gonna be taking this thing off. So the bolt's gonna go this way, which means our ratchet needs to go that way. I'm at a weird angle. Alright, so all we need to do is get it loose, and then we can finger it from there. So make sure our oil pin is in the right spot. Our cap's open. And then we'll start taking it off.
You know what? I'm gonna bring my yogurt under here so I don't have to come back to eat it again.
Okay. Alright, you'll feel it get really loose. And then, as you can see, comes out pretty quickly. You're going to grab your screw, put it off to the side, and then follow that oil. And the reason why you bring the rag is to clean your hands as you go. And then clean up any mess that gets made.
Actually,
While that's draining, Lucas, do you want to say hi?
Ooh.
To YouTube.
Hi YouTube. Today I'm gonna show you a pigeon. It's right over there.
Wow. Alright, that's our 5 seconds with Mr. Lucas.
Yep, and I see the pigeon. It's gonna stay there
Okay.
for a while and then leave.
Alright. So, as you can see, the oil has pretty much cleaned up. We're going to let it do its little gravity drip here for a little bit. Let it do its thing. Watch your head, okay? Do you see the oil, Lucas? Coming down?
I see the oil.
Yeah. See how black it is?
Yeah, it's so
That means it needs to be changed.
When is it gonna be a color?
It's gonna be like a golden brown now.
Oh no, the pigeon.
So now that it's pretty much gravity done, we're gonna grab that bolt. It's nice to have a little liner of old oil around it to make the, you know, the seal a little bit better. So we're gonna go ahead and close this back up. Alright. Now there's some stuff that varies with this. So what you're gonna want to do is grab your 13 mil socket wrench, suck it back on, turn it to tighten, and then just give it like a pretty good little tight, but don't over tighten it. So, you know, that's perfect. So once it starts moving, I mean, you're done. Once again, you'll grab your rag, trying to clean up the excess oil, like so. Alright, and then that's it for that little section. We'll go up to the top side and then go from there. Alright, now we're top side. So one tool I did forget, or one thing that we're going to need, is a funnel. So we'll grab that funnel. We're going to stick it right here inside the oil thing. And then I'm going to start filling it up. 5.5 is what you need. And then we always double check because every car is a little bit different. So we're going to want to double check that when we're done. So we'll start filling her up. And that's the color your oil should look like. And down below it was black. So there's one. There's two, and once again we're using 5W30. So we'll pour all that in. And then you can, I don't know if you can see the box in the video, but you just put it right back in the box. Makes it easier cleanup. This will be our third 5W30 oil quart. Put that in. Shake it all out. Here's number 4. Number 5. And 5.5. So what you're gonna want to do is, like, I just kind of try to split it up. So this thing is 800. You know, and then we just kind of go to right here is like halfway mark in between 5 and 4. There. Save this little guy for just in case we need to put a little bit more. We'll grab our rag. Grab the bottom. Put that just like that. Put it off to the side. And then we're going to want to put our cap back on. There we go. And then just to kind of show you guys where the oil filter's at. See if I can climb up there. So let's see. So there it is right there. I particularly just change it every other time, you know, so this particular time I didn't change it. But if you go in the very, very front of it, you see this little ramp right here, which is this guy. And there's your oil filter. Just twist that off, and then the oil drains itself over here. So that's kind of the little trick with that one. Dodge try to think ahead on that one, which you know, appreciate. And then you just screw it back on and good to go. So that's how you do that. So what we're gonna do is kind of clear the engine cavity. So kind of put everything off to the side. Our rag, our funnel, our extra thing of oil. Put everything off to the side, make sure that there's no tools in the way. And then what we're gonna wanna do is bump start the truck. So go inside the vehicle. Oil pressure is right here. So turn it back on. Alright, now we just wait for the oil pressure to grab up. Right in the middle is where you need it to be. So There we go. All good to go. Kind of let it do its thing for a second. Let it do its little startup. Goes through all the different, all the different settings inside the vehicle. And then after that, we're going to check the level of the oil. And I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So now that it's done it for a good, 30 seconds. Sounds good. You don't hear any knocking, which is a good thing. So when we listen to the engine, there's no knocking. So that's a good sign. We'll go over here, take the keys off, put them in the seat, make sure everything's unlocked, obviously. And then what we're gonna do is set up this little guy right here. And then right there where it says engine oil, I'm gonna take that dipstick out. So the initial one, it went through the engine already, so it's not going to be correct. So you have to clean it off so it's nice and clean, and then you can actually correctly see the oil. So we'll shove it back in. We're going to pull it out and see the oil level. So in this particular case, I'm going to need to add some, because you want to hold it down like this to kind of test it. So in this case, I need to add some. Not a big deal. We'll add the rest of it and it should be good to go. So put you back over here. Grab the rest of the oil. Turn it back on. Get this, get that. Stay there for a second. Grab my rag again. Relocate this. Put the cap back on. Let it make its way down. Back over here to engine oil. Pull that off, clean it. The rack to the side. Shove it back in. There we go. And now we're in a more favorable location right there. It also helps when your truck is level on the ground. So there's that. Oil level's good. Our cap's back on. There's no tools, parts, anything like that. So we can go ahead and close the hood. Once again, if you didn't put the cap on, it would be right there for you. So that's good to know. And there you go. That is how you change your oil on a 2012 Ram 1500. Hope you guys enjoyed this little video. Enjoyed the commentary from Mr. Lucas. And you guys have a great day.